This video is going to be how to rip paper strips for paper mache. This is a great pile right here. This pile is a little bit too thick. Let me show you how to just get started and then we'll address this. Okay, so you're going to take a newspaper and you want to open up the pages so that you can rip right down the center of the pages. And then what I like to do is go ahead and fold it back in half like this and do my tearing like this. So each tear is only going to be about the size of your fingertip. And you're going to tear right down the newspaper. If you do them much wider than this, like in some of the areas that are getting really wide, which maybe it's too much paper, let's see. There we go, that's much better. If they get too wide, then they're really hard to use for paper mache. And so we don't want that. We want easy to use materials. But just a fingertip. So each time a fingertip, rip. Like that. Once you have a sheet shredded like that, where it's folded, we're going to rip, I don't know, like a finger length like that, because when you open them they get longer, obviously, and then you have like a hand length for the rest, and that's pretty good. So the same thing for all of the rest of this, hand length and then a finger length, and you just sort of open them up. It's really important that the strips are only about a finger width wide. If they get much larger than that, they really are hard to work with, and you don't want your project to be hard to work with. You want it to be easy. So these are kind of thick. I'm going to go ahead and just rip them in half again. With newspaper, if you try to rip it the wrong direction, it's really hard to work with. So you want to make sure that you follow my sample right there and rip the right direction. If you end up with strips too thick, remember just to re-rip them. It's worth the time to re-rip them early. And in the end, for our project, I like to make batches that are about this much at a time. It's like that's how much I can use in one sitting. If I make less than that, then I run out way too soon. And if I make way more than this, then I usually end up getting like paste on it by accident and ruining some of the strips. So this is like a great size amount to start with, and then you can always just make a new batch. Really fast, if you rip the other direction, so you should rip along the fold here. If you try to rip the other way, just so you know what happens, it makes weird shapes like this. So that's why you don't want to rip the other direction.